Welcome back. Hello, hello. How women come back with so much power after adversity. I want to talk about this. Why? Because I think that we need to know us. We can be the CEOs in the business. We can be the team leaders in the business. But what happened when our people need us? What happened with our ladies, our women are having some kind of situation or something that is not letting them to perform in their 100% possible. That's something that we need to be aware of. And the thing is that I want to tell you, if you're the one going through the adversity, take your time. Take your time crying. Take your time and feel frustrated. Get out of your system. But I will also tell you to get a notepad and a pen and write it down. Welcome back. My name is Rosalina Esquilin, the real estate empress, but also the CEO businesswoman. And I want to talk to you about what happened when a powerful woman is having this kind of adversity in their life and will be affecting them in their production or their workplace. Or if you're the CEO, you're having this kind of situations, we are not accept on that. But how can you take a time to take care of you and continue performing the correct way that you need it? Something that we need to be aware of is that when we know each other, when we know ourselves, we can put up on the side what is happening and how to take back our position again. Well, if you know yourself, well, I know myself, what I'm do is I'm going and hide. It's my time to grow. I do not pick up the phone. I'm trying to take my time. I'm trying to have my clean mindset, my ideas, and I'm going to execute it. I'm going to give 100% of my job and my energy to perform even better than I did before. Why? Because now I have a challenge. Now I have something that I to overperform, but putting all in. Something happened that gave me two options, or going down and start blaming that thing forever in my life and put a stop in my growing, in my desires and my dreams, or I just move forward. Time to cry, we all have that time. We should be crying, of course. Just give it a time to cry. It's the only way that your soul is going to feel release. That containment of that frustration will kill you. So let it go. Let's breathe. Second thing is, let's just make peace with yourself. Something happened. Why are you going to use that energy to start looking for what do you do wrong? You don't need to do that. What you need to do is this real? I am this way. I am like that. Or how am I? What is the best personality that I have? What has been my best performing? What has been my biggest achievement? What is the dreams that I have? You still alive. Material things, you can replace them all the time. Jobs, you can replace them all the time. Sometimes I have been here many, many years ago that when one door closed, another open. And I also have been here when people says, be careful about what you were asking for. Hi, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So good to see you. So the thing is that you have to be careful with those two things. What are you thinking or asking for? And you have to be careful for what are your dreams are. You need to continue be focused. Why? Because when that door closes and you're asking for something, is the only way that the universe or your path can take you back to the way that you're supposed to be going. And it's very unfortunate because sometimes in life we need a wake up call. And sometimes those wake up calls are, thank you, love. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Those kind of situations, very unfortunate, are our wake up calls. And that's something that we need to be aware. We always have been thinking what I can do better, or I would like to do this. This is my next challenge. This is the next thing that I would like to do. But when you're asking for that and you're ready for whatever's going to the universe doing and the movement that is going to be happening to make that goal possible for you, do you need to lose friends? Do you need to lose opportunities? Yes, I know. I see you soon. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. Yes, I'm super excited to see you there. Yeah, we need to do videos together, girl. We need to do something. Okay, let's go back. Then, so we have to see how the universe is going to start working on our favor, but how flexible we are to take those GPS reroute in our lives and accept that now we are rerouting. We are putting ourselves in a different movement. Why? Because we are asking. I was listening to a book the other day, and the lady says that we have this situation, right, in the corporate area, that we always saying that the guys earn more money than us. And she has a situation, and she went to her boss and she was asking for a raise. And he was super happy after they finished the meeting because he says, it's the first time that you don't come to my office crying. And it's the first time that you ask for something. She noticed that she wasn't asking for a better salary. She didn't ask because she was doing the performing in the review, asking for the raise. So she was saying, if I didn't ask, I'm not going to get it. And she did that because she would start hearing other friends having the conversation, oh, I have this raise, or I changed positions. And she was saying, why, if I have been working in this company more time or more years than my friend, they're having these kind of things and I'm not. They say, well, I ask. That's why the reviews are. And asking for I ask for my salary, for my benefits, for everything that I wanted. That's when she says, I never ask. When she went to the office previously to her boss, it was crying. Why? She was showing a way for him to be more willing to accept whatever she was saying, because she was coming crying. She was showing that soft lady that was not able to get exactly what she wanted until she was crying for it. When he saw that she was committed and she was telling him exactly what she wanted, and she know who she was, what she was asking for, he says, okay, there's no problem. We can do that. So how much do you know yourself that you're willing to ask and you feel as powerful as you are? But sometimes the thing is that things shows up. Things in life happen. I was watching, and I love sport. So I was watching the Olympians, and right now that it happens in January, that it was in Milan. And I saw when Lindsey Vonn has the accident in the Alpine, right? So she was lifted by the helicopter. She was in surgery. Everybody was very worried about her. Her dad says that he hopes that she's going to retire. But the other day she was taking some pictures, right? Very beautiful, because she's amazing. And she says that she's not contemplating or thinking on being out of the sport. So she is not thinking in retirement. I understand this. As a parent, oh my God, you need to retire because your parents are not ready for seeing that again, or not even seeing that what happens to you at that time. They're not ready. We parents were not ready for that things. But I know that her spirit, she is an amazing and she's the best. That's why she's an Olympian. So now this is a bigger challenge. She will forget about this. She will have her PTSD. She will have it. She will have all the psychological training. She will have so many people help her out, but she knows that she's focused on what she wants to do. She will remember, of course, but the way that she's going to be coming in, it will be a completely Lindsey Vonn. That girl will come in for so much power. If she's always had been the best, now she has something else to challenge herself. I think that she's what's already having pictures, getting trainings, and all the stuff because she needs now physical therapy and everything else. But she has 4 years to get ready. And she has maybe less time because these people start practicing and competing even before the Olympics. But how can you turn something that it was so painful is your body, you break your fibia, and you were lifted in a place completely different in your country, not competing for what you've been training for so many years, and say, you know what, I'm gonna do it again. How many of us has personal situations, divorce, siblings that have been died, and parents divorce, financial situations, and how many days are we going to be crying? We need to be ready to take our lives back. It's a learning process. We're living here, we're living in earth, we are living in the real world. We need to be ready for things. Circumstances are going to happen. But you need to always fit in your mindset as the best possible. That's why we cannot stop. Listen, like Oprah Winfield. That woman is so stunning. She is so powerful. She can put herself so high and coming from so many circumstances that I always going to say why we don't use just the 50% of the information that Oprah Winfield say it and having passed through, and just like a toolkit from for us and make our lives better. I don't know if you have been hear her podcast or you have been hear her manifestations in the morning, but she always says, I start my day with an intention. What I would like to get the best of my days. And but not always was that way. She says in one that she was working in corporate and she wants to leave that company, but she wants to do her own stuff. She's a producer, she's a speaker, she's an amazing businesswoman, CEO businesswoman that knows everything. But she believes in the law of attraction. She believes in the things that the secret brings. How we can put the adversities that happen to us to work in our favor. That's another way from where we are as a CEOs, women can take over whatever it takes to make our dreams come true. And I'm telling you today, these two examples are amazing. But I don't know if you know Brittany Hilton. She's a surfer. She lost one of her arms because of a shark attack. That girl went back to surf and learned how to do it with just one hand. And she made so much peace. And the thing is that it's so weird. I don't know why, but I love Shark Week. So I hear people that have been attacked by a shark making peace with the shark. They says It was not their fault. I was there in their habitat. I was there in their area. The day was weird. People know. The thing is that those kind of stuff are pretty much like a GPS, because it's the weather. There's some of the weathers, they know the weather, they know what is they can encounter, but they go anyway. So their love, their passion, things happen, but the passion, the commitment, the fearness that those women has is unbelievable. I remember Simone Biles, the gymnastic. I remember when she went in Tokyo and she didn't want to perform. She says that when she makes the decision, she knows exactly what's going to be happening. People will not love her anymore. She took her time. She healed herself. She didn't take too much time. She didn't take it because now the Olympics, or I think it's the committee, told her that she has to compete as everybody else and perform to go to the Olympics. She knows what she did. She knows what she did it. She healed. She saved and she healed herself, and she went to perform. And she is Simone Biles. People love her no matter what. No matter what. You need to know your strengths and your weakness. And you need to use these women as an example. Because if you have been having a divorce problem, if you're having one of your kids in a situation, if you have family members, your parents, something that really bothers you, that taking you right now out of your place, please take your time to go back to the basics. Go back to the universe. Go back to the pray. Go back to believe. And that behind all the stuff, something good is happening. We cannot see so much commitment in these women when things had happened in their lives, and see them grow and come bigger than ever. That means that we all have that opportunity. We just had to have that. And we have it. The thing is that many of us can use that as an excuse of frustration and limitation because of our mindset. If we have the correct mindset in the thing that happens, that will allow you to go back and grow 10 times more. I have been seeing women that have been abused, and right now they're unstoppable. My coach, my trainer, my personal developer person, she is an amazing, she had a very tough childhood, but the woman that she had become is amazing. We is our role model. We follow her. We love her because she has show us how strong a woman could be and how we can change our circumstances. You can change yours. And I'm telling you this because when we are doing businesses and we're working with people and we are the CEOs and we are the businesswomen and we are the team leader, you need to pay attention to those things. You will still see things in the performance of your team. How aware are you of your team? How aware are you to be taking care of them? How can you give them a break, a time to heal and to find themselves back? We all went through those situations. If we make a list of everything that we have been through, you will amaze yourself how much you have grown and how much you have been accomplished after those things. Two things happen, like I said before, or you get frustrated crying all the way and all the time, or you're coming to survive like a queen and a princess that you are. Because of those moments when you touch button, you said, okay, I cannot go under that. I did that. I touched the bottom. It's like you go into the pool You touch the bottom. Okay, I cannot go anymore. Let me just go up. It's life. You must do it. You must survive. Things, like I said, things gonna happen. You change your own circumstances. And I wanted to bring this to you because we forgot who we are. We forgot how strong we are. And if we get rerouted by our GPS, just wait. Get rerouted. Get the new route. Get ready. If you need to heal, just heal. Take your time for revise what happened. Do not torture yourself. Do not talk back to yourself. You don't need that. What happened, happened. So write it down who you are, why you're proud of yourself, who is the person that you're becoming, what are your dreams right now, what your dreams, circumstances, and the opportunities that you're going to allow yourselves to live. You need to know that you're able to have everything that you wanted. When you're doing, and another thing that I want to add in this, I work in real estate, and I have been noticing when my agents, all of a sudden, a deal doesn't go through. And it's very unfortunate because they tell me that the deal doesn't go through and that you need to, the deal didn't go through and they didn't find the way to fix that. And I will say this, many of my agents make a decision to do the release and cancellation. That's the document, the officially finish the transaction, because they don't have all the answers. They don't have the experience. They don't have the mindset for them to go and be stronger and conquer their objective that at the end is to provide the house for the clients. When you have a situation like that, I will call adversity. And I call why? Because you're working in this market that you have you're your own business entrepreneur, you're making your own income, and when you cannot be able to close, you cannot be able to pay your bills. You start putting then your dreams part or away because you're not able to get the money for doing that. Why, before you put that release and cancellation or giveaway or do not finish in that transaction, don't take your time and do not do it emotionally. You need to stop the emotions in the business. That's a killing. You're killing yourself when you put the emotions in the business. And I'm learning that as well. Every single day I learn that. Because remember, I'm building houses with my husband. So we're dealing with this every single day. The emotions are not for the business. We need to cut that out, and we need to put our plan and we need to organize better our, I would say, our plans. Why? Because we have this. If we are a real estate agent or we work for compensations and we have everything that is going to be paid by the end of the month, that I said in the video before, why you do that and you killed your own emotions doing that by the end of the month? You need to schedule that for the month completely. You need to kill that stress and take it out from you. When we have situations, and the thing is that I have been let go from jobs. I take 1 or 2 days to cry, but I go back more powerful than ever. And when that happened, I was working in Ken Hoflanian Homes. My managers one day just wake up that he was yelling at me, and I said, I'm not going to accept this to you. I feel offended. He said that I had to return the computer, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no problem. I took 2 or 3 days, and in a month and a half later, I was opening my first real estate office. Why? Because he doesn't have the control of my life. Now I know more about the real estate. Okay, so let me just give this to the agents that want to work with me, that they're able and willing to learn. So, what are you capable to do when your situation happen and how you're going to grow about that? I don't need to start talking about this situation that happened. I just need to take control of it and go as powerful as I can. Why? Because if I sold 32 units in 6 months and I close out the community that you wasn't able to solve in 2 years, who's more powerful, you or me? So maybe he let me go because he knows that I was coming for his position. And I told him that at the beginning. I think that was the situation why he was firing me. But that's what happened. When you know who you are, nothing can stop you. You will have a setback because you need to restructure what you're doing, but you're coming back with more power, but more power. These ladies that I'm telling you, they have a lot of commitment, fire, dedication, love, desire of what they're doing. So when the situations happen, when the adversity comes, is when the power show. Is when you become that Wonder Woman. It's when you become that person that nobody knows, not even you. You need to allow that the universe, your angels, your inner power goes out. You cannot allow anyone to put you down on your power. No one, no one has become the person that they have become because everything has been easy. There's no way. There's many experience that you gain during the play, during the process. And this is the thing. You cannot put this like a situations or oh, I have this bad experience and I don't want to talk about this person anymore. Hold on, hold on. What was the experience? What I'm going to take as a learning from that experience? How I'm going to be more powerful thanks for this. You know what happened? We, like I said when we started the video, what you're asking for, you have to be careful. I always want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have my own business. I want to be a public speaker. I want to be doing trainings. I want to do that. But my process was learning from these companies. I need to go through the process. Some of the process is going to hurt, of course. You love to work. You love that passion, that thing that give it to you the opportunity to grow, to make income, to make you more knowledgeable. But when you are already capable in that area, the universe is going to move you to the next experience. And you have been asking for that. If you write it down today, like now, when you're started, everything that you want to do and the changes that you have had, you will see that you are near to the place that you want to be, and you will be start stopping complaining and you will be changing your mindset. Because if you allow the universe move you, it's like the chess game. You need to move because everywhere that you go is getting that knowledge for whatever you're asking for in the universe. The thing is that when we stop and we stop growing and we stop moving for the way that the universe is taking us, we lose the track. It's not that we're not going to make it. It's going to take a little longer. We're going to have to reroute again. But that depends of us. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys read the book that it says, Think Rich and Go Rich. He says that this person has the machinery to dig in for gold. And I think it was oil, right? So he was digging for that. And he got tired of doing that. How many of us get tired following our dreams, thinking that things are not happening because we have a time frame? So this person was doing that, and all of a sudden, he decided not to continue. He sold the machinery. He gave it to somebody else, and that person decided to do what? Go back with the machinery, but he has another person helping him to find exactly the location. When someone is doing and digging for oil, gold, money, gas, what is happening? You're giving to me the idea that something is happening there. How am I going to get that opportunity that for you was an adversity, but you walk away? For me, it's going to be an advantage. Now I'm going with my mindset, with my clean slate of mentality, and I'm going to do the same, but a little bit different than you because we are not the same. And what happened? The book says that 3 inches or 3 steps, it was the goal. It was the oil. He just need, I think it's 3 feet or something like that. He just need a little bit more persistent. That's what happened with us. Something that could be our adversity. These ladies that I just mentioned, we will know anything about them if they shut down the social medias, if they disappear, if they're going to be, I don't know, under a rock. They will not be an example for us as a woman saying, hey, I survived this, you can survive whatever. I will say that this girl with the shark attack, how she can become, she's teaching others, right? Be careful, but at the same time, I did it. You can do it. People doesn't need to lose a hand just for the shark attack, but in an accident. How can she be a powerful leader or a powerful woman after an adversity and teach us that something less than something like that happened to us and we just give up, and she has the audacity to continue and become and be the best again and be now one of the most amazing surfer? That said a lot. So when you have your situations, your adversities, allow yourself to reroute, to use the GPS. Let the universe move you and try to go and Google how many women has been passed for out those adversities, and they have been now in the top of the top. If you haven't read Oprah Winfrey, please read it. It's amazing everything that she had been through. Like I said before, my coach, my mentor, she had become so much stuff, and it's amazing the woman that she is right now. We have to learn from each other. We have friends at work. We hear people talking, and we just use that like, oh my gosh, my friend is, and we love to gossip about that. That adversity teach you so much for you to know and have as a knowledge and just digest it. What are the things that you can avoid for that thing to not happen to you? I hear once that it says people learn, there's some people that learn from other people's experiences. Why we don't take all that free teaching and help ourselves to grow? Why we don't see each other as a part of our teaching, our growing? When we stop to seeing people as a competition or, I don't know, for something different, we will appreciate without living some experiences, learn from those. These women, unfortunately, having situations that teach us how to survive, how to be stronger. Need help? Of course. We all need helps because we have been had our own situations personally, but sometimes it's more easier, but sometimes this adversity take a lot from that person. But the person that become after that is the one that we appreciate. And those are the role models. Those are the ones that help us. When something minor happened to us, remember them. If they can make that adversity a positive attitude and evidence, that power, that knowledge, that amazing woman that is inside of them, we are capable to do the same thing. We can go through a divorce and we think that is the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, it's the beginning. It's a time. It's a metamorphosis. You're changing. It happened? Yeah, it happens. You need to know why? No, it just happened. Let it go. You need to continue. But those things you need to, I guarantee you, if you write in a paper how many times you're having adversity and you start praying at that moment and you were asking for a change and something happened, you forgot about that already because you survive, because it happens. Oh my gosh, how many times you guys have been saying, I don't know how I survived about that, or I don't know how that happened, and I just did it right away. I just wake up, I change, I move right away. That's the amazing, intelligent, power woman that is inside of you. And you need to let her know that you're here listening to her. Just get this woman's teachings, this woman's experiences to help us and use that for us to continue growing and make us stronger. And when we have situations or we have friends or someone, just bring these people up. Just use it as a some kind of role model. That's what things happen. Unfortunate accidents happen. But when these women wake up this way, it's showing us how powerful as a woman we are, as a human beings, how much of God we have inside of us, how much of that divine energy we have inside of us that is capable to take us from that to rebirth. So take care. Thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. So I will have something else tomorrow for all of us. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much, ladies, to be over here. I'm very happy to see you guys. So I see you soon. Yeah, we're gonna see each other in 15 days. And we're gonna have an amazing time together with this amazing woman mentor of us that she is always giving us so much energy. And let's see what she's bringing to us new in this new presentation. So take care. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, my name is Rosalina Esquilin. I'm the CEO businesswoman, but also the real estate empress. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.